Handier than your smartphone and strapped to your wrist, it can do many of the same things and more. Chewy and Brian are professional mountain bikers. They wear smartwatches to track their speed, location, and fitness via heart rate and GPS sensors in the watch. They can even get the elevation and temperature of where they happen to be tearing through. Brian got his first fitness watch in 1998 when he joined the Hong Kong cycling team.
In the old days, it was just simple. It was like what zone you were in or what heart rate you were in each hour of the day.
Today, all that's changed. These shots are from Chewy's camera, which is controlled by his watch. And it doesn't stop there. It also gives you your text messages, social media notifications, and informs you when someone is calling.
You can have a quick look at your watch to see if you've got any messages, or if it comes up with a notification, you can check whether it's important enough to actually get your phone out.
So far, early adopters of smartwatches are sports lovers like Chewy and Brian.
You can GPS map out the tracks that you've been down if you're going to a new place and you want to share that data with friends that also ride bikes.
Watch manufacturers are hoping the smartwatch will serve as a gateway to those who've never worn a watch in their life.
This is a great way for traditional, watchmakers to get back into that millennial generation.
The global smartwatch industry is expected to hit almost $33 billion by 2020. The battle for the real estate on your wrist has begun as watchmakers and techies entice potential clients through design, innovation, and apps. But can we not have both? Deepak has been in the watch industry for 30 years. His company survived the mobile phone boom, and while sales today might be lower, there is a silver lining.
I would reckon sales would have dropped by approximately 40 to 50%, but profitability has again doubled. We've actually shifted upmarket in dealing with stores, predominantly with stores, and distributors for stores that have to comply with all legislation, American and European legislation.
In order to survive, Deepak says it was important to recognize the watch was no longer a necessity, but an accessory.
We'll follow the seasons now. So in summer, we'll come up with prints, flowery prints, floral prints, patterns, light, bright, airy, butterflies, etc. They won't just buy one watch, they might buy 2, 3, 4 at a time.
He's currently looking for a reliable manufacturer of smartwatch components.
Very quickly, we'd probably be able to come up with a whole collection of product which I think would suit the market perfectly. There are already Chinese companies with some decent reputations.
China is evolving as a hub for low-cost smartwatch manufacturing. Deepak is targeting a $15 price point for trendy smartwatches to his distributors. He expects the smartwatch will eventually replace the mobile phone.
If you get used to a watch and you can answer your phone calls with a Bluetooth device connected to your watch, what do you need a phone for?
In just 1 year, worldwide shipping of wearable devices has grown from 22 million to 65 million, most of which are smartwatches or fitness bands, according to wearables analyst Ramon Llamas of IDC. Garmin, a tech company providing GPS for automotive and aviation industries, introduced their first fitness watch in 2003.
We are now moving more into the lifestyle market. It's something that really looks nice, and at the same time you're actually getting information and data from the use of the watch on how you are actually doing, how many calories you're burning that day, how many steps you're actually taking.
They can also remote control larger things like boat.
They actually link into the GPS system, navigational system on the boat, and you can be sitting outside on the deck sailing and actually be controlling your navigation from your watch.
People who own those boats might also own a luxury watch. Nicolas Jean-Jean of Albatross Research says luxury watchmakers, a $22 billion yearly industry, aren't affected by smartwatches just yet.
Their traditional watch might be a bit fragile, and they may like to have a watch for running or for sailing or for water sports. So yes, they will maybe have this second watch.
Meantime, Bruce says they've surpassed their sales targets this year by about 20 to 30%. With prices ranging from 1,500 to 3,000 Hong Kong dollars, it's not cheap, but it is still cheaper than a smartphone. Most smartwatches are sold in electronics shops. Liama says getting into traditional watch shops is key.
This can't be like, customers walking into their favorite, electronics store and saying, hey, let me have a watch. And they're going to get some, but, that's more likely to be something that was designed by a male engineer, used to designing, IT, but, not necessarily a watch.
Design is fast becoming an important factor. And this is where Liama says the traditional watchmakers have an edge.
Has to have an element of this traditional craftsmanship and, really the highest quality that you have. And when you buy it today, you like it today, but even in 20, 30, 40 or even longer, the product grows with you.
Modern technology, however, quickly gets outdated. To solve this problem, the timepiece on this watch is traditional, while the strap allows users to track their physical activity, receive texts, email, and social media notifications. The price tag, $25,000 to $43,000. The strap is replaceable. Compare this with the top-of-the-line Apple Watch, which will set you back $92,800. Which one will you keep wearing 10 years from now?
The watches that we see today are certainly not going to be the same ones that we're seeing come 2020, 2025. You're going to be a lot much more into it. And it's not just going to be a timepiece or a watch. We're not going to think of it in those kinds of terms anymore. We'll think of it and operate as if it were a miniaturized computer on your wrist.